Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Underhood Show presented by Melham Ford. My name is Phil Nightingale. Morning, Josh.
Good morning.
Hey, it's a beautiful Saturday morning out there, isn't it?
It is.
And it is sunny and 70.
Sunny and 70 right now.
Right now. Probably not going to be for the rest of the day either.
No, not so much.
Hey, it's a call-in show, 316-462-3673. Anything aimed at your car, tires, brakes, batteries, or, hey, if you want to talk about what went on at Salt City Racing last night, let's get on the phones, too. Had a lot of exciting stuff last night, and with the IMCA 3 classes, the stock cars, the B Sport mods, and the A mods, and then also we had the Heartland Modifieds there, which put on a great show also, but the stock cars was pretty amazing race. But anyway, hey, let's get the phones ringing. Love to hear from you on anything you want to talk about in the automobile world or anything that happened at Salt City or anything from that part. It was a great time. The memorial for Bob Burkhart and the Burkhart family. They put up some extra cash and stuff for a couple dashes, and also had some pretty cool trophies to give away too. So it was a pretty good night.
Pretty cool trophies, huh?
Yeah, they had some belts for the
modifieds. Yeah, that's right. I've seen those in the.
And then they had a couple steel trophies for the sport mods and the stock cars it was made, and they were pretty cool too. But it was great to honor the Burkhart family. The Burkhart family's raced for many, many years over there in the Hutch Fairgrounds. And of course, Bob Burkhart was a staple of Hutchinson for many, many years and stuff too. So great to honor that family and honor Bob and stuff too for everything that they've done for racing and stuff too. And of course, his grandson Peyton was racing last night, raced both modified classes. We actually had 3 guys try that, and Mike Peterson actually won the A-Mod and the IMCA deal and from that part, but it was kind of fun. I would love to have that same kind of challenge of switching the cars back and forth from one class to the other and stuff too. So it was a great night at Salt City. And so let's get the phones ringing, 316-462-3673. And talk about anything, maybe ailing your car, whatever. We can talk about Salt City Racing last night. So, Josh, it's hot, it's warm, it's crazy. We hate it that our shop's as far behind as it is and stuff too from that part. But it is what it is.
It's just been pretty busy. You know, you get to this time of year, and I think a lot of people are traveling. You know, taking vacations and stuff in the summer, and school being out. Stuff like that, and also just the warmer temperatures. I have the opportunity to bring on more stress to the vehicle, and man, the engine bays can get hot by themselves, and then you add the external temperature, and it can definitely wear on items for sure. And so definitely seems like summer is always a busier time of year for us, which again, want to help everybody and get everybody taken care of best we can in that situation, even when you are busy, for sure. So it's just a matter of trying to do the best you can with what you got.
Yeah, I always say if you go to a restaurant and there's nobody there, you sure you want to eat, or if the cook is skinny, sure you want to eat either. But if you go to a restaurant and there's a lot of people waiting, there's a reason the wait is there. So anyway, I hate it that it is the wait we do have and that sort of thing. Of course, as many technicians have, we still flow quite a few cars through here every day and everything else too. But it's just one of those deals with the amount of traffic we have coming, the amount of customers we have and stuff. I want to take care of everybody as best we possibly can. So anyway, anything exciting happened in the shop this week or anything? Or
well, so first of all, for you asked about people calling in, but we'll go through over the package that we give away to each and every caller that calls in.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, just skipped right over that deal. So if you want to call in, give us your comments or talk about the racetrack or anything automotive or whatever it is, you got something going on with your car and want to discuss that. Again, the phone number is down there on the bottom of the screen, but 316-462-3673 is the number, and they'll patch you through the front desk, but we'll give away a prize package to each and every caller. It's going to be the Works, which is an oil change and tire rotation. We use Motorcraft oil and filter products on vehicles that we service here at the dealership. While we're performing that, we're also going to complete a multi-point inspection, checking over the vehicle, the brakes, tires, steering, suspension, all the safety-related components on that vehicle, just making sure that it's ready to go for that next 5,000 miles of driving. You get yourself $10 to Mel's Diner, so you can get yourself something to eat and drink while you're here with us, and then complete nitrogen, so you get all the great benefits that nitrogen has to offer, and then a BG products package, which consists of a can of MOA, away, or motor oil additive for your engine oil, and then $44K for your fuel system. Again, just getting that vehicle geared up and ready to go for that next 5,000 miles of driving. So, in that, or talking about that price package, one of the things that I wanted to kind of talk about this week is just volatility of commodities. Here lately, with everything going on. I mean, the other day we were looking at some of the oils. Is huge. I mean, it's changed almost a dollar a quart, in the last 90 days. It's crazy. Now, do I think that will end up kind of coming back down? Yeah, I do. But from a manufacturer standpoint, if you get that price up there and people are used to paying it, will it come back down? I hope so for sure. But it's one of those things that just trying to price ourselves in the market and be right there. But then also, I mean, you can't turn around and change price every time you turn around, and you don't want to do that to consumer too, especially on something, a service, something as simple as an oil change. We've got to be able to put a advertised price out there and have it be out there for our customers pretty consistently. And you don't want to turn around and every time they come in it's more and more and more money, for sure. So but and then just the availability of some transmission fluids, for whatever reason, some of the chemicals that they use to make up some of these transmission fluids are becoming more harder and harder to find. But where I was headed with that is the discussion that I had with some of our suppliers in regards to those, of our suppliers, was not so much over the price, but just the availability or the guarantee of availability. And when you do as much volume as we do in those commodities, like, those suppliers want to take care of us. I mean, right now they have people seeking them out that are not their normal customers. They don't normally service them, but they're struggling trying to find places to get these commodities. But again, because we're loyal to them, by consistently and by the amount of volume that we do, I mean, they want to make sure that they're going to take care of us first. And
makes sense. I mean, take it to where the volume is at, and what we do, amount of volume we run through our quick lane and our main store and stuff too. It's just got to take care of who that. And that shows you who the true relationships you have, and the true friendships. I shouldn't say friendships, but a true loyalty to take care of us. And it's not a deal of who can make the quick, fast buck or whatever and shove product where you need to shove.
Well, and in that too, and I know you have people, and this is really over anything. I mean, you have vendors and people come in here all day long trying to, hey, I can get you this cheaper, I can promise you that cheaper, or do that. And in what we do day in and day out, you've got to look at all your options and make sure. But it's about the relationship that you have with those people, to know that when things aren't good and going great, that you're still going to be able to be taken care of at those times, at those intervals, right? And so it's not always the cheapest thing that's the best thing, or the easiest way.
You get what you pay for.
And that transfers on to whether you're purchasing a vehicle or whether you're in service, having a repair made or whatever. But again, that's the same way that I look at it on vendors that supply things to us, is that who's going to take care of me? When something, because I can buy this same product from 9 different people, but when I need help with it or something's broke on it, how am I going to get taken care of? That's where I'm at. And I think
it goes all the way through this whole business and everybody's business. I was just talking to Tanner at B&B Hydraulics last night at the races, and talking about, finding help and who's loyal to you and all that kind of stuff too. And it's everywhere from that part. And, the first thing that comes to my mind is I always have guys coming in here wanting to buy our wholesale cars. And I've got a great relationship out here with Mid-Kansas Auto Auction. And, if I want to ruin that relationship for a quick fix here for somebody who wants to buy a few of my cars or whatever, no, I need to stay loyal to Mid-Kansas Auto Auction, because they're taking care of me. They're running me first, doing different things and stuff from that part. I'm out there every week. But why do I need to burn a bridge for a short-term deal here over here when I've got a great long-term thing over here? Yeah. Totally get it. So,
yeah, I definitely think that's huge. Just you go take your business to where you're going to be taken care of, not just during that transaction,
It's how
but
you feel
long
you're getting
term.
taken care of and getting treated too is the other thing. I mean, that's how. Just it's about relationships. Every business is about relationships. It's not always about the money. When they say it's not about the money, it's always about the money, but it's also still. Are you going to get a short-term deal? You're looking for a long-term deal. I don't know about you, Josh, but I want some long-term deals. So I know I've got some credibility behind it and credibility of what I can do and help supply and fix cars, sell cars, and everything else from that part too.
Sure. Yep. Understand that completely. The other thing that I had this morning I wanted to talk about a little bit was this extended warranty claim that we kind of both got involved in,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I was involved with it for quite a little bit. And, just what was presented. So we sold a vehicle. It was it broke down at a different repair facility. They had tore it apart. The warranty company had come out and looked at this thing, and basically deemed that everything was that it was because of lack of care or maintenance, or that it was due to carbon buildup that had caused this breakage on this particular vehicle. And again, kind of going where you're going to be taken care of, I really felt I don't want to say disappointed, but after speaking with the people from the shop that was dealing with the extended warranty company, I felt didn't want to pay for the repair. Like that,
Yeah.
they were
Well,
just trying to find a way not to pay for it. But then the shop, I don't feel like really went to bat for the customer to advocate for them to be on their side to help them out of it either. It was just well, they looked at it, they said they're not going to cover it, and here it is, um, and not that it was a bad thing or anything. I just didn't feel like there was a voice for the customer in that situation, whether it was the warranty company, whether it was the repair facility that was fixing it, whether it was just everybody was what's best for them, and
Yep.
then divided ways on it. And the whole time the customer's sitting here, just kind of uh, it just nobody was fighting for the customer. And you get in situations like that, and it becomes frustrating, just
sure.
in this industry and being a part of it, and knowing that that's a lot of times what gives this industry a black eye. And when you're fighting day in and day out to try to avoid that, you just hate seeing situations like that.
Yeah. Oh, I get
You
it.
know,
It's tough to. It's tough to control other shops. It's tough to control these warranty companies, and when you get in a big, because that is a big repair on that vehicle that you're talking about. And I don't understand these warranty companies when they fight like hell to do that, and then we got to fight like hell to get them to pay. And it's getting to be it's harder and harder to get these warranty companies to stand behind things when it's become a big repair from that part. And it's just something like you said, we got to go fight for the customer and fight for the deal. And you ended up, I don't know how many hours you spent on the deal or whatever to work on it, but finally got it covered.
sure.
It should not have been that way. When I seen the pictures of that piston and stuff like that, I mean, I knew that they were just trying to figure out a way not to pay for a claim, but you just got to go fight for it and get them taken care of. And you did it and got them handled, and off you went. But it's just it's a battle every day to try to prove your point, and it shouldn't have to be.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, definitely agree with that. But and again, it's having that relationship, or having somebody in your corner fighting for you is important. And you're not going to get that at just a random, a random place. Where I guess I'm headed with that is, you really have to establish, in my mind, a service facility, or when you're purchasing a car, to have that rapport, to continue doing business with the same company over and over. I think is important, right? If your vehicle needs service, and just every time it needs serviced, you take it to, this time Walmart, that time Jiffy Lube, that time, maybe the dealer here or there, like, you don't gain that rapport, that relationship, that basically customer advocacy, that somebody's looking out for you, right?
Yep.
And what that best interest is. And so I think it is extremely important to build a relationship with an entity or a business. And I'm not even saying Mel Hamilton Ford. I mean, I think it's I want it to be that, but if it's not, I still think it's important to have that bond or trust outside of us as well, just again, so that there's somebody looking out for your best interests.
Totally get it. Hey, 316-462-3673. Anything Alien Car tires, brakes, batteries, anything in the automobile world? Want to talk about Salt City last night? Anything on that part? Love to hear from you. And you get a great price package, about over $205 for calling in with your comment and question.
So what classes did you have last night?
But yeah, let's kind of go through that a little bit. We had some great classes over there at 81 Speedways racing tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they're out tonight.
That in my head. So yeah, we had our 3 IMCA classes and our stock cars, our modifieds, and our Northern Sport mods. And then we had the Heartland Modified Touring Series coming through town. They're going to be out at 81 Speedway tonight. I tell you, we had some great racing last night. I will say one thing is I've got a track crew that is second to none. And last night we kind of missed it on the first heat rate, on the first feature for the modifieds. And I feel sorry for those guys. They really tried to work the track back in for us. And we just got a little bit too wet and stuff. But I'm going to tell you, of all the times those guys, Jason and Jesse, have worked on that racetrack, and Kyler Fedder's coming over to get this racetrack ready to go. That's the first miss we've had the whole time. The rest of the features were great, but the modifieds were the first track out on a deal, and I apologize to several of them there, and I get their frustration, what was happening there too. Hey, it's one of those deals. We all make mistakes and stuff. It's no different making a mistake on a setup on a race car to get going. But I will tell you, I will stand behind Jesse and Kyler and Jason 100%. They're phenomenal to track crew. They do a great job, and they missed one time, guys. Let's give it a break. That's I wish it was perfect every time. I wish everybody could be perfect in everything they do, but hey, they missed it. It's okay. I get it. I make mistakes every day and stuff too, but we did try to get the track worked in. But the next 3 features were phenomenal. I mean, we had some great racing and everything else too from that part. So had a great crowd, right, Steven? Yes, we had a great crowd. It's probably the biggest crowd we had all year so far. So that's fantastic. The stock cars put on a great show. Chris Pitts, man, he was phenomenal out there last night. He led every lap except the last corner. Jace Reimer got around him on the last little deal. Man, I felt so sorry for Chris because he ran an awesome race. He had a great race car, led every stinking lap of that last corner. And it's just tough to lose one like that, Chris. Man, I deeply feel how you feel and stuff too, buddy. But man, it just sucks to lose one on that last corner and stuff too from that part. But and he drove a great race. I mean, his car was out there just screaming around that racetrack, just looking perfect, and everything else too. Just that last corner, the last lap, man. It's just kind of a bummer.
So I gotta step in here, and this has nothing to do with, I don't have near the money involved in what than he does in racing or anything like that, but I'm going to tell a little story, and I can understand how he feels, and here's why. So this last week we went to Colorado Springs, and me and the boys, me and my 2 sons, went to this, they had this high-speed go-kart track thing up there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you run these, I don't know, they were running probably 50 mile an hour little electric carts or whatever, and go out. And so we did 3 different races of 12 laps. And the first race I went through and I won every lap but the last lap.
There you go.
And my oldest son put down and got the track, like, for the fastest race or for the fastest lap for that week, come in like 3rd or 5th.
Yeah.
I mean, and just his head was so big,
I know.
couldn't walk out. But anyways, I'd won all of them but the last lap, and he come and got me. So then the second race that we did, I don't remember. He even went up from there, and then the third race my younger son come and got me and ended up beating me. So I kept telling it was the weight. I just said, hey, you guys are you guys are 100 pounds lighter than me. It's the weight, it's not fair. But anyways, they're not buying it. They just beat me, and that's all there is to it.
So anyway, Chris, buddy, I really feel sorry for you on that deal, man. That was a tough one to lose, especially on that last deal. But it was a great race. Those 2 guys were out there. They drove a clean race. It was very good, respectful. Tile was out there running really, really well too, and he lost his motor, I think, coming in about 3/4 of the way through. I felt sorry for him too on that part. But them stock cars put on a phenomenal show all the time at Salt City. We're running too wide in the corners and stuff too. It was a really a great race. Back to the modifieds, and again, we missed that feature coming up out of the deal. They had to run quite a few laps to get it worked in and stuff too. But Mike Petersilly came, I think, from 8th place to win that feature, and he was running both classes. He was running the Heartland Modified in those, and he switched tires and spoilers and back and forth and running. He has these daughters down there working with him in pit, so I know they worked very, very hard on that part too. From that part to keep those cars running, so that was really fun to watch that part.
So watching those modifieds last night, did you miss it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you. Yeah. But it's more hard for me knowing my late model sitting out there in Wheeling, Missouri racing and stuff too than it was probably watching that. But yeah, I did. Like, yeah, it's hard now when you don't have a car there and Jake wasn't there and thinking, what could we have done? What could we have been? And all that kind of stuff too. Of course, Ken Schrader was out there. He was having a few carburetor issues on his car. He just put a new motor in and just wasn't running quite right for him and stuff too. So we go to the sport mods, and Dalton Chambers out of Hutch. He kind of dominated that race and stuff. So congratulations to him. I think that's the first win he's had at Salt City. And then, of course, Cody Williams out of Minneapolis, he was in second. Alex Weens and Kyle Weens finishing the top 3rd and 4th in the Northern Sport Mods. And again, those guys put on a great race too. I mean, they really everybody had a great race from that part. Then we went to the Heartland Modifieds and had some great racing there with those guys. And those guys put on a great show and stuff too. It was kind of a funny deal is as they were racing out there and stuff, it was a God dang it. Golly dang it. Anyway, that was Henry Chambers. God, I couldn't spit it out of my tongue. He was leading the race.
Okay.
Tanner Mullins was trying to run him down pretty good, and they were getting very close and very stuff too. And down in 3 and 4, Henry caught the berm just enough and flipped it over, and landed on his wheels. Drove back to the pits. They ripped some of the sheet metal off, and he took back off racing again. It was a crowd pleaser for sure. I mean, I think only Henry would do that too. Anyway, Tanner Mullins ended up dominating that class and winning it and stuff too, which was pretty good on that part too. And
so got it back to the wheels and took off.
Drove right back to the pits.
Now that's something you see in Monster Jam maybe, but outside of that, to see that, that's and
it wasn't a bad rollover. I mean,
yeah,
it was just enough. He was slowing. He just caught the berm and kind of got sideways and caught it again and went and flipped it over. And it's crazy how he just flipped. All of a sudden, I see the car driving back to the pits. They ripped the nose off of it because the nose got kind of tangled up, and he went back out and raced for that part. But anyway, Tanner Mullins finished first. Chevy Coleman finished second. Tyler Davis, and then Shadron Turner, and then Trevor Hughes, top 5 of those guys. It was they put on a great show. 20-lap feature out there, and the track was very, very good and stuff too. So again, I apologize to the modifieds. You're the first out in that class, and again, I'll stand behind that work crew out there that. Kyler spent a lot of time this week getting that track ready, and we had a hole in number 1, which you knew was going to have an issue there too. We tried to work on it as hard as we could. As we got there Wednesday to start working on the track, there was water standing in number 1, and that was not good. It's going to be soft, and we did everything we could and put it back together and stuff too from that part. So it's going to be it was just a little tough in that turn 1, tough for those modifieds at first, but then the track turned in and been okay and everything else too. So again, I'll stand behind Jesse and Jason and Kyler any day, putting that track together and putting a track together. And if everybody can't forgive one time out of all these times for that, so I'm sorry. But these guys can't be perfect. No one's perfect. No one's going to be perfect either from that part either. So
yeah, the rain last night come later after.
I don't know that it actually rained much when I left as late as I did. I didn't catch the rain till I got to about Mays.
Yeah,
is when I finally hit rain coming back in here too. So.
Very good there.
So Byron, you got a question about yes, we are going to plan. We announced it last night in the drivers meeting. We're going to have a Salt City Nationals next year. It's going to be sometime in July. That's going to be our deal. It's going to replace the USAC cars. I'm not going to bring back the USAC Silver Crown cars. Just saying, the purse is so pricey, so high, and I can't make that thing work. I can't get enough fans in the stands to help offset that high dollar purse from that part. And again, I was promised a bunch of cars from USAC that didn't show up. So I just we're going to scratch that for next year, and we're going to bring back another race called Salt City Nationals. We're going to try to have a Wednesday practice, have some Thursday, Friday heat races, or do something different there. And then, of course, the features on Saturday, and it's going to be teamed up with the Heartland late models and the Heartland modifieds. Will be 2 series we're going to bring into. It'll be point shows for those guys, and we haven't quite decided everything we're going to bring. I'm sure we're going to have stock cars, and we'll have A mods, and then sport mods, but might even have some 305 sprints. I don't know. We're still just getting all the final things worked up. I will tell you that I called J.R. Sartain at 81 Speedway, asked him about it. He thought it was a great idea, and he said he would close whatever days we had to offset that so those guys could come race. My next call is going to be to Todd Staley. Say, Todd, when I pick these dates, buddy, I need you to make sure the USMTSs are off so we can have those guys, if they want to come race and run this thing too, to have a great crowd and everything else too. And I think Todd Staley will work with me very well. We've got a great relationship with Todd and stuff too. So going to turn back and have a little fun with the Salt City Nationals.
Exciting things to come for sure. It's hard to think that we're July of this year, but already putting plans out there for July next year.
It's crazy. And, we didn't get all the dates we wanted for 2026.
Yeah.
Don't want to stay politically correct on the air here and stuff like that too, but it's just been a battle to get dates. So that's why we're trying to get stuff planned far enough in 2027 to get the dates we need and stuff too. To move forward, but that is kind of on our plans and everything else too. So hopefully we can get some more race courses. It's hard. We've had 3 rainouts this year. Could not get them rescheduled. We tried to get those rescheduled and just couldn't make it happen from that part. So anyway, it was a great night at Salt City. Had a great crowd. Thank you to the crowd that came out.
Sounds like had some really good racing for them too. So
had some great racing. Ran a little longer than I wanted to. And again, it was the Bob Burkhart Memorial that they had a great family turnout too. I wish Peyton could have had a little bit better night. He had a couple mechanical issues and stuff too, which wish that wouldn't have happened to him either, but that's okay. He still got out there and tried. He ran both classes and tried and just didn't have the luck that he needed to have. But again, the Burkhart family is just a great family, and it was great to honor them and honor Bob and stuff for all the amount of years he worked at the Kansas State Fairgrounds, and also the amount of years that he has raced and his family has raced, and a 3rd generation now racing and stuff too. So anyway.
Did somebody actually wear the belt?
I think they all just kind of sucked them in the air and stuff. They were a pretty cool belt. I think Peyton Burkhart really went after and found these belts, and Big Corner Crady put the nice wrap and stuff on them too. And I believe Central Welding made the other metal
plates,
and then Bontrager powder coated them up red, and I think red was Bob's color. I'm pretty sure. But
somebody wore a belt at some point. I'm almost certain of it.
Yeah. So then we had an intermission. We shot some shirts off, and some of the Burkhart family members came out and helped me shoot some shirts out from that part. And thank to Rick Omrod and his son. They came and helped me too. I didn't have Nick last night because Nick was in Wheatland with my late model, and so I was kind of shorthanded and stuff last night. I only got to run I was running the pace truck and everything going on. I could only pace the first one, which was the A mods, just because of everything happened. I just didn't have time to get back in the truck and go again. So from that part. So anyway, it was a great night at Salt City Racing, and we just got 2 races to go. It's in August, and I can't believe that I'm saying that. We only got 2 nights to go, but it's August 21, 22. We're going to bring in the Heartland late models and also the Revival late models as a co-sanctioning. And have a 2-day late model show. We'll run our IMCA classes on Friday, and then we'll run the late models on both Fridays and Saturday, and have a great time with that and close out our season for 2026. And I can't believe that's what I'm talking about already, closing out the season. But anyway.
Well, it's hard to believe that it's even already July, right? Middle of July at this point. And so it's this summer is going by pretty dang quick for sure.
Yep. Exactly. So, hey, anyway, 316-462-3673. Anything you want to talk about on your car, Salt City, Nationals, whatever you want to comment, whatever, you get a great prize package, about over $205 for each and every caller.
So how about they ended the employee pricing, right?
It is over.
Okay.
So some great rebates are back out there and stuff. Some great 0% out there now. Great, some better incentives and stuff to kind of offset the employee pricing and from that part. So game back on for July. Let's go. If you need something on the newer used, got over 300 sitting out there new. The other thing, Josh, that's really happening too is our used cars back up to better inventory than we've had probably in 2 years. And I
Yep.
knew that was going to happen to us. We lost a whole buying cycle with the
COVID.
situation, and we lost that whole used car cycle. Now that's coming back. So check out mh4.com. We've got great selection now. It's I'm still working on getting more. I don't have enough for what I want in used yet, but still working hard every day to get that out there. But the number is growing, so we've got a great value coming on that part too.
Yeah. I'm not sure I can do this on the fly here. So I forgot about this discussion that I had with a customer a while back. So this was from a fuel station or fuel provider here, and basically the portion of the discussion was they're advertising premium grade fuel cheaper than what their regular unleaded fuel is. And I'll throw this up here so you can see on the screen. And so basically the 93 octane in this particular situation, now I don't know, this has been probably a couple of weeks ago, but the 93 octane for it was $3.49 a gallon, and the regular unleaded at 87 octane was $3.79 a gallon. And they're saying, okay, well, why wouldn't I run premium in my vehicle in that situation or scenario? And so, well, to start out with, one, under the pricing of this deal, and this is a pretty this particular fuel station typically always has their fuel pricing structured like this, but essentially the difference is the amount of ethanol content in each one of those.
Right where I was headed to.
Each one of those grades. So on the regular unleaded, it was up to 15% of biofuel. The mid grade was up to 20%, and then the
super
premium was 30% of biofuel. And so just the structure of the fuel is not there. I mean, there's going to be some adverse effects long term running those fuels, but then also just I think your miles per gallon is going to be affected. Like you're going to get less miles per gallon on something that has more ethanol content in it or biofuel content in it, for sure. And so but to a consumer, and even, we get this a lot, and I know, Phil, you've taken phone calls in regards to that, or not a lot, that their vehicle isn't quite running right, or they feel like it's maybe not performing like it normally would, and they pull up to the fuel station and think, well, I'll put some premium fuel in it and maybe that'll help it, right? Well, in retrospect, you're doing more damage or more long-term can cause more long-term problems to the vehicle by doing that, because that vehicle is not designed to run on that higher octane fuel. I mean, there's a lot of variables that go into that, and typically you see, or vice versa, if you have a vehicle that is designed to run on premium grade fuel and you just put regular 87 octane in it, you're causing issues with that too, based on the timing of the vehicle and where the spark ignites and the burn and how long the burn is and how hot the burn is. Like all that plays into part. And again, if it's not running like it's needs to, you're going to either be running lean and that'll cause its own set of problems, or running rich and you're going to produce more carbon in that particular situation as well. And so that's not the thing to do if something's not running right, to go fill up with a higher octane fuel thinking that you're going to help something.
Well, years ago, back when we had our carburetors and we had points of condenser and we manually set our timing, if a car was dieseling or it was pinging as we heard it running down the road, we would go put premium fuel in, and that would fix that issue. Now, today, that's not true with all of our electronics. We have control on our motors. We don't have carburetors anymore. We got injectors that are doing it. We have sensors that are telling us what the mixtures are and stuff. By putting higher octane fuel in it, if it's not running right, it's not going to fix your issue. It's just not going to even come close to doing it. If it does, it's a luck of the draw that it happened. Always look at your fuel cap and put the correct octane rating that fuel cap says. That's it, no more. Because now the timing is controlled by electronics. It's got sensors in it. It's listening for that pinging sound we used to have, and it starts backing the timing up as it needs it. But years ago, it didn't happen. We couldn't change the timing as driving down the back at Model A's. You could adjust it.
Yeah.
Stuff. But that's how we fixed them years ago. We would put premium in them and make them run a little different, but not today. Not today. All you're doing is what Josh said is you put a higher octane fuel in your car and you're just going to build more carbon. And that's just not good for your motor on either when you build that extra carbon in there too. And going back to that super premium,
Yeah.
all that ethanol in there. If your car's not designed to run on ethanol, it's just going to make it worse. It's going to burn more fuel. So you might have paid less per gallon for it, but overall consumption and your miles per gallon has dropped off. You probably cost you more by running that super premium if your car's not designed for ethanol.
Well, and I'll even go, kind of one step further. If I'm driving a vehicle, I've had a couple of vehicles that require premium grade fuel. Like I try not to get that premium grade fuel just anywhere. I want to go to a station that is
selling a lot of
fuel because, if it's just sitting down there and aging in the tank, like that's not great either. Right. And so, kind of go into that, the analogy of the restaurant, like you say, or the repair facility, like you say, you want to go somewhere that's busy, not some place that is not, when you're selecting fuel or buying fuel like that, just because you want that fresher fuel. It makes a difference.
It does make a difference. I promise you it makes a difference. And so just go somewhere that's busy and stuff like that too. But remember, put the correct octane rating that your car deserves. Don't put ethanol in it if it's not designed to run on ethanol. There are cars designed for that. I get it. There is from that part. So,
and then, we can talk about fuel systems going from a carburetor years ago that's running 3, 4, 5 psi fuel pressure, and it's really just dumping fuel into over the valves, and what cylinder gets what amount of fuel and stuff like that. I mean, there was the science behind that, or the exact meter rate behind that, was extremely well, I mean, for the time it was great, right? But and then we went to throttle body injected or tune port injected, and then multi fuel injection for each cylinder, and then high pressure injectors now, and now we've got both. For a 6-cylinder engine, you've got 12 injectors because there's a high pressure injector and a lower pressure injector, but just the amount of pressure going from that pressure from the carburetor to what we're running now, you're into hundreds of psi of pressure, and you get into the diesels and you're into thousands of psi of pressure, and that fuel is very, very calculated and metered in what it goes through and sprays into these cylinders. And if it's not quality fuel, you're gonna notice that, and it's gonna produce bad things.
100%. So anyway, 316-462-3673. If you want to get that great price package, love to hear from you. 316-462-3673. If not, we'll just sit here and chit chat on that part too. So anyway, so trying to think what else we can talk about. Yes, Byron, Jason, Chris had everyone on their feet at the Abe stock car. Yeah, that was pretty good. Tony, thank you. I thought it was a great show too, and from that part. So I'm sure if we missed any other comments coming up through there. Mid-America Dragway, thank you. We appreciate it. Was a good night there. And Kevin, all the way from Lakeland, Florida. Thanks for tuning in. Delbert, I missed you there, buddy. Delbert, how you doing? And how's Ann this morning? So anyway, Josh, what else we got to cover? Whatever. Maybe we bored everybody enough.
I think
so
could be a good possibility.
Could be a very good possibility. So, but anyway, again, thanks everybody that came to Salt City last night. It was a great show. from that part. It was hot. God, it was hot. Yesterday afternoon, it was a bear running around that racetrack and stuff. I will tell you, the pace truck did pretty good because it fired up yesterday about 11 o'clock and it shut off about 2 o'clock this morning. I never shut it off.
Never let her go.
I couldn't, man. I didn't want to get anything was so hot and stuff too. So again, thanks to all of our amazing sponsors over at Salt City that help keep that track alive. And that's what Nick and I are trying to do, is keep that racetrack alive and keep fans coming back to that famous half mile. And again, some great races out there again with the stock cars, the sport mods, and the modifieds, and then also the Heartland modifieds that Trenton Berry brought his crew in and did a great job. So Trenton, Eric, and everybody that put on the Heartland modifieds was a great show. Those guys, those racers put on a great show as always and stuff. Had a great car turnout from those guys. A lot of local guys too that were there to race from that part. Had some great time trials and stuff. Shadron Turner took the #1 pole and almost at the end smacked the wall pretty good, but got his car back together and came out and raced again and went pretty hard. But
so took #1 and at the end of it
got into turn one a little bit and got up on the wall a little bit. So, but anyway, he got the car fixed, got it back out there. And, but again, just thank all the racers, pit crew, families, everybody that came. Again, congratulations. It was just a great night to celebrate the Burkhart family and Bob and the legacy that he's put there in Hutchinson at the racetrack and at the fairgrounds and that sort of stuff. And it was just great to honor him and their family and stuff too. So, anyway, everybody, I'm going to say thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, August 21, 22, or 22, 23, can't even remember now. Friday, Saturday is our last 2 nights at Salt City. And it's going to be a great time with the late models, with the Super Dirt late models from that last show of the year. So, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Have a great Saturday. And we'll talk to you next Saturday, 9 o'clock.
There you go.
Maybe, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Everybody, have a great Saturday. Talk to you soon.